Yeah, nigga, I'm still fucking with you. Still waters run deep. Still Snoop Dogg and D.R.E. Nah, nigga. Guess who's back?
NFL Network presents America's Game, a countdown of the 20 greatest Super Bowl champions. And now, number 5. The Dallas Cowboys achieved the height of their popularity in the 1970s when they became known as America's team. But by 1988, America's team had become the worst team in the NFL. That season marked the end of an era, Tom Landry's 29-year run as head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
And we lost so much that season. We lost, and I would cry after every loss. We just kept losing and losing and losing. And it seemed to me like everybody was okay with it. I would cry, guys would walk by and say, hey, don't worry about it, you know, pick up the check Tuesday.
Clearly, the culture in Dallas needed to change. And on February 25th, 1989, Arkansas businessman Jerry Jones purchased the Cowboys from Bum Bright. He promised to rebuild America's team.
I just want to say this. There is no substitute for winning. I know that's a cliche, but we must win. We will win. Win is the name of the game.
Jones dismissed Landry, a very unpopular move at the time, and replaced him with former college teammate Jimmy Johnson.
Landry had been so successful for so many years, I don't think anybody considered there being a life after Tom Landry.
I know that there could have been better circumstances as far as me coming into this position, but I would hope that people would be as excited about this organization, about this football team as what I am.
Johnson had never coached at the pro level, but he won a college championship with the Miami Hurricanes in 1988. His star receiver at Miami was number 47, Michael Irvin.
I had won a championship with Jimmy Johnson. So Jimmy did call me and say to me, I'm coming into Dallas. I pulled out that list of everybody that told me, don't worry about it, long as you pick up the check. And I said, Jimmy, he has to go, he has to go. He's not here to win, he's not here to win. I knew once we made that change, things would change.
On about, let's go, Michael!
The problem for Johnson was that the team he inherited simply wasn't very good.
Welcome to Valley Ranch, Coach.
It was a roster short on self-starters like Michael Irvin and number 40, Bill Bates. But Johnson and Jones had an opportunity to remake the franchise with the number 1 pick in the 1989 draft. Their target was UCLA quarterback Troy Aikman, but that was nothing new. Johnson tried to recruit Aikman out of high school, and then again 2 years later when Aikman decided to transfer from Oklahoma. Both times, Johnson failed.
After turning Jimmy Johnson down twice, I have no choice in this one if they select me. And I didn't know how bad the Cowboys were. And I didn't know how good Jimmy ultimately was. I just knew that, man, this thing keeps coming back. I guess it's just fate. I'm going to play for Jimmy Johnson.
That summer, Aikman got his first glimpse of life under Jimmy Johnson.
Be under control. Be under control. Keep those hands up. Looking at me. Looking at me. Now camp.
So we showed up for that last camp, and we had a running test. And one of our young players, had asthma and made it through about halfway through the running drill and just collapsed.
And Jimmy said he could never win with a guy that's not conditioned because he used to always say fatigue will make a coward of you.
And so Jimmy, who was really on a tirade that entire day anyway, got in this guy's face and wanted to know what the problem was. You know, he'd had 3 or 4 months to prepare for this running test, and the young player said that he had asthma. And Jimmy quickly directed him over to the asthma field, and he never played a snap for the Dallas Cowboys.
He kind of made us all feel like if we didn't do our job, that someone else was going to do it for us.
Get some run support now today, huh, Kenny?
Yeah.
Working down.
Start filling those lanes a little bit.
Yeah, I got to change my footwork now.
Oh, you'll get it.
He was like, I love you as long as you're making tackles. As soon as you stop making tackles, I don't love you anymore. You know?
To Johnson, it was natural selection. The sick and the weak were left behind, and older veterans like Randy White and Danny White were forced to retire. The end result was a team high on enthusiasm but low on talent. A team that would lose 15 games in 1989. The rebuilding of America's team had just begun. In Dallas, the 1989 season got off to a horrible start. The young Cowboys had trouble finding their way, and they dropped their first 5 games.
Don't worry about this. Can't go now. We'll do it again some other time, baby.
Jimmy Johnson realized his young team was going nowhere fast. So on October 13th, he and owner Jerry Jones made a move that would alter the course of the franchise. They traded their only Pro Bowl player, running back Herschel Walker.
I find out that we had just traded the only guy that we had on our team that was really any good. And I couldn't believe it.
I don't know what we're going to get, what players we're going to receive. I don't know where our offense is going right now or what you're going to see on Sunday.
In return for Walker, the Cowboys received 5 journeyman players, but more importantly, 7 high draft picks.
One agent said it's the biggest trade he has ever seen in the NFL. As one owner said, it's a great train robbery. But whatever it is, we're happy with it.
I couldn't understand it at the time, and I'm glad they viewed it differently because that certainly, got us over the hump in a hurry.
Walker accomplished little in 2.5 seasons in Minnesota, while the Cowboys' bounty of draft picks became the foundation for a dynasty. In 1990, the first of those picks was used to select Walker's replacement, Emmitt Smith.
And I remember first walking in with the MC Hammer type hands, and I thought, where do we get this guy? I was like, man, this is a small guy. But when he took that football field, it was like he turned into Superman. He was an incredible talent.
Let the mind control the body, not the body controlling the mind. Right, Emmett?
That's it.
Johnson had a keen eye for talent, and his #1 goal in the draft was to improve team speed.
I got you there. Boom. All right. I'll let you do that.
What we're really looking for is speed and quickness.
Good, right there, backside. All right, good job, Biggs. Good quickness there. Good quickness.
In just 2 years, the Cowboys were transformed from old and slow to young and fast, and they started to win.
Harper got away, down to the 10, he'll score.
Yo, man, speed, unbelievable speed.
Draw play, Smith up the middle, bounces at the 10, to the 5, cut to the right, cut to the left.
Oh, no!
Emmitt Smith.
Oh, yes, unbelievable run.
What did you like?
The Cowboys went 7-9 in 1990, and Jimmy Johnson was named Coach of the Year.
47 guys believing,